It's Wednesday night. It's time for Super Geeked Up. Your live weekly geeky pop culture show. This is Super Geeked Up. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for geeking out with us.
Hey, and I'm Nicole, and like Jeff said, you are watching Super Geeked Up, our live weekly geeky pop culture show where we talk all things geeky, play really fun geeky games, and have a really awesome guests, like tonight, who you may recognize because they're back again.
Ba, ba, ba. And I'm Tanya. You can follow along on Twitter at SuperGeekUp using the hashtag SGU. We love when you tweet along with us, so please do. We're going to move right into our Geek Tweet of the Week, which is, Jeff?
What movie or TV show are you most looking forward to in 2016? Nicole, what's your answer?
Can I give one movie and one TV show?
Sure.
Hopefully. So for movie-wise, it's really hard to pick just one because there's so many amazing ones, but we'll go with Deadpool. I'm going with Deadpool. I'm talking to myself, there's more than one of me here. So I'm going to go with Deadpool. And then for TV shows, I don't know if I can actually watch it right away because I don't have, like, TV, but if I can get Hulu, I'll watch it. Shadowhunters, because I'm a really big Mortal Instruments fan. I read all the books, love it. I did not really like the movie, but I'm hoping that the TV series will be really good, so I'm looking forward to that.
Hey, to one of our guests, please stop moving around. Thank you.
Sorry.
Harley.
And Nicole, that Shadowhunters, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Shadowhunters,
It
yeah.
does look interesting. Is that going to be on ABC Family?
Yes, and they changed it.
Freeform?
Freeform, yes. It is ABC Family, and but like I said, I read all, well, actually I didn't read the last book, but I read almost all the books. I have a habit of doing that, not finishing the last book in a series, and it's like horrible. But I'm really excited for this. Like I want to at least see it because the book and the characters and the idea is really cool. So I'm hoping that the show will be really good.
Cool.
All right, Tanya, what about you?
I didn't realize we had to pick one TV and one movie because I picked
You don't have to. You can do whatever you want.
Good. Okay. So, TV, Outlander Season 2. Wentworth, I know Wentworth, I believe, Season 4, I think they're going to be out with. Daredevil Season 2, House of Cards Season 4. For movies, Rogue One, obviously. And only because I love the first one, and I know this is going to break my heart when I watch it. Zoolander 2.
Oh, yeah!
Like, I know it's going to suck. Like, it's going to suck, but I love the first one.
In the best of ways, it's going to suck.
Yeah.
In the good way, yeah.
The amount of times that I quote Zoolander in my regular life is really stupid. Like, really stupid. I don't know what a googly is. Come on.
Did you guys know that there's a scene in there with David Duchovny and Ben Stiller where where David Duchovny explains why male models are picked, and the reason Zoolander says, "But why male models?" is just because he literally forgot the line that was supposed to happen.
I also love the files are in the computer. I use that I want to say it once a week.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
Quote it all the time.
That's that and they're breakdance fighting.
There's so many lines. So yeah, I'm hoping the second one will be just as quotable because I use it in my everyday life.
Yeah.
All right. If you're watching live, please tweet in at SuperGeekUp, hashtag SGU, with your most anticipated movie or TV shows of 2016. Mine is Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. I've talked about that many times in the show. I'm very, very excited to see that. And in fact, at Hunter's Realm also just tweeted in that Batman v Superman and Captain America: Civil War are his two most anticipated movies, and the TV show for him was Sherlock, which he said he just got to watch.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the special they just released, the one that's set in Victorian England?
That's what he's talking about. I haven't seen it yet.
It's supposedly good.
I've heard good things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Matt8 on Twitter also said Zoolander 2.
Yes!
He's got a whole bunch of them. Jungle Book, Finding Dory, Zootopia, a bunch of stuff. All right, cool. Thanks, Matt. Okay, before the show's over, I'm going to murder one of our guests. I'm just going to put that out there right now. If he doesn't stop moving around.
Sorry, the thing that I haven't posted on is like
I'm going to put some
squiggly.
glue on your shoes. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Shoo.
Let's go to Danielle. Any movie, TV show you're looking forward to?
Well, I've been very obsessed with Orphan Black for the last few years, so I'm gonna have to say Orphan Black season 4 because I'm super excited, considering how season 3 ended. So,
All right.
yeah, that one.
Well, that was so
in
like
particular.
spoiler free. You're like, it just
That was very
awesome.
good, actually. Thank you for
It
that.
just ended awesome. All of the seasons end awesome. It's like
All right, that's it. Just
the
stop.
end of
That's
it.
good. All right, let's go to Adriana.
Am I incorrect in thinking that Ghostbusters and Suicide Squad come out this
They
year?
come
do.
out this
They
year.
do.
Why the hell have
I
we
am
not
excited.
been talking about this?
I
Like,
know, you're right.
True,
Yeah.
actually,
on
you're
my
right.
wall that I cannot wait to bring to opening, and it's blowing my mind that I get to see a new Joker, and this one is going to be crazy. I don't know. I feel like there's been a big journey for the way Joker has been represented in IRL, and I'm super stoked to see like a Suicide Squad and Harley relationship, a freaking Harley relationship, and Margot is gonna kick it. I mean, she looks fantastic, and all the little bites that we've gotten about her,
Yeah.
it's been great. And also, doesn't X-Files come out this year?
Oh my God! How did I not?
How did we not say anything?
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like I just like betrayed my teenage self.
Totally fine. It's because it's been like this mythical unicorn that like would never happen, and we've been dreaming about this unicorn, and it's finally here, and it's real, and it's happening. So all of the things that everybody else has said, because oh my God, Jamie is my boyfriend, Outlander. What?
Totally, absolute boyfriend, all the
Ginger
time,
love.
for a
Ginger
long
love.
time.
What's an outlander?
And of course, I have to say Civil War because I'm finally, maybe, am I jinxing it by saying it? I'm finally gonna get.
Yeah. Spidey.
And I gotta say, I hope that I'll make your Twitter blow up. He's got to die. He's
What? Oh,
Peter
don't
Parker?
say that.
Peter Parker has to die to make room for Miles Morales for what everybody is calling for, and it's the shift
No.
that everybody is calling for, and I kind of see it. But I want my Peter Parker, and I want him to have everything that he had in the comics. I want that. I want the Shakespearean tragedy that is.
Well, he is going to be in it. I mean, I think it's been confirmed that.
Just-
Well,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Just
been
about.
it's been confirmed by Robert Downey Jr. and one of the actors.
Oh yeah. That's like confirmation if I've ever heard
Kinda. It hasn't been like confirmed by like a studio or anybody.
Yeah.
Really? Because
No.
I thought
Robert Downey Jr. is pretty much like a studio.
People are assuming because he said it, and he's the one that gets them all on board for every single film. That I feel like we're like, well, it's confirmed because it's Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's been like an official.
Yeah, that's true.
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was there for surezies. Well then,
Well,
now
just
I'm
about.
over.
Most-
Just
Pretty
about
much.
for all intents and purposes.
However, if they kill off Peter Parker in this movie, I'm going to say it's the most ridiculous thing ever. How many times do you need to reboot a character and then just kill him off once you've brought him back the third time?
They can't afford him. I mean, it's not Marvel, right? It's Sony lending out their really sweet car to somebody that they don't really trust. So I mean, how many times are they going to be able to do a lap with it?
Yeah, but I thought that was kind of part of the
Stretch of
deal.
an analogy.
I could see that, but sorry, just Peter Parker Spider-Man for me. It's never going to be anything else.
Me too. But again, listening to like the fan chatter and whatnot, and what they're calling for, and I totally want Miles, and I totally want that to happen. I just don't think that we can plop him into the MCU as it stands. This is me ranting, super nerddom. Moving on.
Well, it's a perfect place for it.
Yay, my people.
All right. Before we go to Charlie, let me just share some tweets here. At the Deepu also says Batman v Superman. Game of Thrones is his TV show. He's looking forward to it right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be a huge one that comes back.
Chris Hadley.
Adrian, your
says,
cop is amazing.
Chris Hadley is looking forward to continuing Gotham, iZombie, Sleepy Hollow, Empire, Blind Spot, The Americans, a whole list of shows.
A lot of good shows.
So many. It's good to be a nerd right now.
Somebody, so his handle is at Lester_normal. His name on Twitter is Real Donald Trump. I hope this actually is not Donald Trump that's tweeting to us, but he says One Punch Man. If you don't know, now you know. Now I don't know what that is, and I don't know if I want to.
It's great. It is a great anime,
actually,
and it is.
Is this an alias of your Twitter? Is this really you tweeting in as the real Donald Trump?
Yeah. The one Asian guy is making all the anime tweets. Yeah, okay.
So what is One Punch Man?
It's an action anime. It's kind of like Dragon Ball Z, but you know.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Along those lines.
Anthony Davis, Charlie wants to know: are you dancing on Super Geeked Up? You were kind of dancing.
Not this time around.
No, in the beginning you were kind of dancing.
Oh yeah. So funny side note: we started, and then immediately the thing that my iPad was resting on fell over.
Oh man.
So huzzah! That explains that.
So there was that. Yeah.
And so now, what's your answer though to this question about movie or TV show you're looking forward to?
I'm gonna go and say I really like Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty.
I don't know what that is either.
Tell us more.
What? You've never seen Rick and Morty?
My mind,
No.
my heart.
I don't think so.
It's a parody of
Adriana.
Back to the Future, and it's awful good. It's so good.
How have you not seen Rick and Morty? It's like the most blatantly offensive Back to the Future ripoff
Is it
in
online
history.
or is it?
Yeah, you can watch it online. So it features this alcoholic granddad who's basically Doc Brown, and he takes his family off on like these insane road trips through space and time, except very frequently like irreversible damage gets done to their universe, so they end up just sort of having to deal with it. And by deal with it, I mean in one episode where the 10-year-old kid wants to make a love potion for a girl that he likes, Doc Brown character ends up making a potion that turns everyone into a hideous monster, so they just abandon that universe and move to a different one.
Fair enough.
Nice.
All right. Learned about new shows today.
From earlier in the week, from Alexander Martin, he says Daredevil Season 2. I honestly can't think of any new shows. Craig Allen Poole, there's a little movie coming out next month. Most people won't have heard of it. It's called Deadpool. Also X-Men.
So excited.
What's that about?
I know, I've never heard of them.
There's another X-Men coming out?
Yeah,
What?
X-Men
Yes?
Apocalypse, yeah.
It's going to be so good.
Oh,
Wait,
no, I
you
have
really
seen
don't
that.
know
Never mind.
Yeah, you've seen it. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I totally saw that. I, for some reason, blanked.
There's a
It came
lot
back
of
to me, and I
stuff.
was like, oh.
There's a lot of stuff coming out. Trucker 1000 has a
Yeah.
whole list, so Kate has a ton. For TV shows, she has Once Upon a Time, Grimm, Criminal Minds, Flash, Supergirl, Heartbreaker, Code Black, and Westworld. For movies, also Finding Dory, X-Men Apocalypse, Zootopia, The Secret Life of Pets, and The Jungle Book.
Oh, The
I
Secret
think-
Life
yeah, I wanna-
of Pets. That one's going to be uber cute.
Jungle Book? Jungle Book.
Exciting news, folks. The real Donald Trump just followed us on Twitter.
Yay!
Yay?
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Hey, we're, I don't know. I have no idea what that means. But
Yay?
You know, right?
hey, man, yeah, she just wants followers. It's all good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can we build a fence around your Twitter so that we can keep her out?
Oh gosh, alright.
I don't mean it yay like I want him as president.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys,
yeah.
come on.
Differences there.
Moving on from the political statements, let's move on to talking about our guests and introducing you guys. So
Hello.
we have Charlie, hello, and
Hi.
Danielle, and Adriana from Cranium Cookie.
Hello, Cookies.
Hello,
Going?
Cookies. That's lovely. Yeah, so if you guys want to talk a little bit about your show, we kind of voluntold Danielle that she was going to do that before the show.
I was voluntold as tribute.
So do you want to talk a little bit about the show and what you guys are up to at the moment?
Indeed. So Cranium Cookie is an educational web series for children. Our age range is sort of from, I'd say, 8 to 12, but people, like friends that we have in our 30s, are like, this show's great. So kind of anyone can watch it and enjoy it. And it's sort of like a Popular Mechanics for Kids meets the Magic School Bus sort of thing. So it's super fun, super informative. And yeah, we just shot an episode on Monday. Was it Monday? All of my dates are
Monday. It was Monday.
Okay. Yeah, and it was on fencing, so that was pretty cool.
I'm very sore.
Adriana got to do something.
That's a
it
lot of
was
lunging.
terrifying.
Well, what I like about your show is how much you actually do film at very interesting locations. I know last season you shot like the Ontario Science Centre. You shot at like a reptile refuge place. Yeah.
Terrifying.
Like you guys go to some pretty nifty places, and each of you kind of divide the hosting up between the two. Like each one of you is like an expert in an area. Is that right?
Less of an expert, more of a host. We kind of consult people who are experts in their field.
Yeah,
So
I would
we
say
don't
we're
claim to be
anti-experts. We're anti-experts. When I say, "Oh, I didn't know that," I really didn't know that. And that's the fun,
And
right?
all
The
of
fun
the-
is learning and being in the moment and going along that journey with our audience.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
I learn every time
all
we
of
have
the
a shoot.
poop is
It's awesome.
real.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I know you've gotten pooped on. Does someone have like a little
All
beep
over the
on their
poop.
phone at all? Is there any way that people can mute their notifications? So that way we can stop bleeping you out like you're swearing. So yeah, you guys are you've done season 1. Season 1's all out. Where can people watch?
Sorry?
It is www.youtube.com/user/Cranium Cookie.
I love how you're like somewhere.
I had a brain fart for a second. I was like, wait a second. All of us were just like, wait,
Ta-da.
oh no.
We never have to say it out loud. We normally just have to copy paste.
It's
We just give
well,
people buttons and it's right there on the side.
so we have like a really weird language between each other that's kind of, I guess, grown out of the fact that we shoot together so frequently, and there are just very blatantly times where everyone just sort of looks at everyone and we're all just in a quiet agreement over what's going on. Like,
Or we just kind of communicate through noises.
yeah.
It's true.
Oh my
We've
God.
developed like an
It's like a
R2D2 beeping.
Yeah.
Basically. That's
Well,
pretty
it
much
probably
what
speeds
happened.
up shooting because if you don't have to use actual words, you can just grunt.
Yeah.
So
It's a little bit like Morse code, but
yeah. In our fencing shoot, it's really funny because Adriana basically yelps for about 3.5 minutes straight.
Okay, you all understand that I am actually a half-breed Muppet, so I am not held accountable for all of the ridiculous noises that I make. But, fun fact, when I am scared, out of my wits, I make little yips like a little Dachshund, possibly made from Muppet. I would demonstrate, but, why don't you just watch the episode when it comes out?
You should put in the tags yipping like a little Dachshund or something like that, just to,
There's it's real, and I mean, it's funny because she does that, but like when absolutely terrified, I just do nothing. So there's
he's kind of
a
like
sequence-
turtles into himself a little bit. It's like, just exist.
Okay. So two things. At one point in the shoot that we were just at on fencing, Danielle, like I love Danielle to absolute pieces. She's like, "Hey, can we get some POV shots from inside the fencing mask?" And so we're like, "Okay, that sounds like a great idea." Until it came to holding the mask, because we couldn't be on anyone's face. So Danielle gets the comfort of shooting from the camera inside the mask, while yours truly holds the mask on the outside, which is being repeatedly stabbed at by a guy with a fencing blade.
True.
Thank you for the sacrifice of your left finger. It was worth it.
Suffering
Indie
for art
filming.
is always good. It's always good.
So on Twitter, Ryan Ward says, on faking being an expert, I work in electronics most of what I tell customers is on the box. So he's in agreement there with faking being your expert.
Can
One
I
of
add
us, one of
something
us.
that's unrelated to Cranium Cookie, but I have to clarify when I said yay about Donald Trump following us, I meant yay that we got a new follower. Not that, like, his name was, because people are, like, going crazy about it. Like, I didn't really mean for Donald Trump. I mean that the guy less normal
I knew
followed us.
that's exactly what you meant.
I know what you meant.
Charlie was the one causing all the trouble here.
Yeah,
so-
but
Which is
Twitter
normal.
was causing trouble, too. So I have to clarify, like, you guys, like, I'm smart. Come on, like, give me some credit here. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I'm blind, but like, I was in honors classes, okay? So like, I know stuff.
Hilarious. I love you so much.
All
You're
right.
hilarious.
All right. So, all right, there we go. We're got a bunch of cool stuff coming up. We're gonna do some Star Wars movie release date talk and what's coming up there. We're gonna do geeky real estate listing, and right after the break that's about to come, we're gonna play character cage match. So if you are watching the recorded version, though, we're gonna take a quick commercial break right now, and we'll see you back in a second.
Hi, y'all! Welcome back from commercial break. You're here on Super Geeked Up, and we're talking to Cranium Cookie, and we're about the live character cage match. Yeehaw!
All right.
Apparently we're in the Old West now.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Maybe the best one you've ever done.
Y'all.
I was like trying to get something related to what we were talking about, and I just couldn't, so I just went there.
You just went accent.
I was like, I could do like Dracula again, or I could just do something different.
Next time, do a Southern Dracula.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'll work on that.
That's fair.
Oh, can I suck your blood?
I'm just wondering, have any of you guys read American Vampire at all?
Yes, it's so good.
Okay, never mind.
Graphic novel.
Never mind.
Great graphic novel.
Yeah, it's there is a Western vampire in it, and he looks like Kid Rock.
So on Twitter, Nicole, Marsha at the Always Geeky says, "Oh my God, finally a non-Dracula returned from commercial." So there you go.
Yeah, see? I'm telling you, I was like, I think everyone's annoyed with the Dracula, so I'm just gonna
Move on.
Can you
says, was that supposed to be Texan?
Yes.
some Southern-ish.
I just say yes.
Or something.
Deepu, you can tell us how.
Can you do like an Adele opening?
I can't really do anything. I just make stuff up.
Hello?
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Oh shit! We should have. I don't know if I ever shared that, but I sent it to these guys. The hilarious Force Star Wars Adele.
Oh, that was so good.
I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. I will.
Watch that, folks. If you're go search for like Adele Star Wars parody, it's hilarious.
Really
Good to
funny.
know.
All right. Anyway, it is time for character cage match.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
In this game, we split into two teams, and each team is assigned a fictional character. They will then have to argue why their character would defeat the other in an epic battle. All right? And then I will decide who I think made the best argument. Of course, Twitter, you can help me out by tweeting in your thoughts as well at #SuperGeeked #SGU. Is there a baby somewhere?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
sorry.
a baby.
No,
It's not my cat.
It's my baby puppy. Here, hold on.
Oh, bring him into the camera.
Directly
like a
into
human
it. Just
baby.
like hold him up to it.
The amount of times that my cat just has a freak out when we're doing
I'm
the
super
show.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
All right.
Is
He doesn't
actually
really
being-
understand why I'm talking to a box and not paying attention to him. So this is McFly.
Oh,
Why? That's a great name.
hi, McFly.
Yeah. So he's.
Alright, so-
I'm sorry. I didn't know that you could hear him. I'm super sorry.
If on the podcast, folks, we're looking at her dog. That's what we're doing right now.
And he's so cute.
Hi, McFly.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. So
All
sorry.
right, here we go. Character cage match. So we got 2 rounds of this. I'm going to do different teams for each round. The first round, the teams will be Danielle, Tanya, and Adriana versus Charlie and Nicole.
Okay.
Okay. So sorry, Nicole.
Oh, you done goof, Nicole. What did you do to this?
All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, so here's the first matchup. For this one, I was thinking of like mentors, characters that were mentors to other characters. All right.
Okay.
So from Buffy, we have Giles.
Yeah.
And that is Danielle, Tanya, and Adriana will argue for Giles.
Yes, hashtag
Alright.
yes.
Oh.
And then Charlie and
We really
Nicole
heard.
will argue from the Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
I thought of him because, well, number one, it's an amazing movie. But number 2, I was watching Family Matter reruns the other day, and he guest starred on one that I never saw. So I was like, oh, Mr. Miyagi, great.
I saw your post on that. I do actually really want to watch Family Matters now.
I loved that show growing up. I loved it.
That's the one with
Good
Urkel,
stuff,
right?
man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve
Julia
Urkel.
White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicole, can you do a Steve Urkel impersonation?
No, I don't think so.
Why do you keep telling me to do
Carol, do you
things?
want to do one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's not bad. It's pretty good.
Or whatever he does.
Yeah, you did it, Nicole. That's good.
Okay. All right. I had to remember what he would say, what his catchphrase was. So now I remember.
Yeah, did I do that? Was his catchphrase?
Yeah.
Oh, 90s
All right,
catchphrases.
here we go. Let's
Oh.
start the character cage. Oh, I gotta work Urkel into a cage match in the future. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's start this cage match. Giles versus Mr. Miyagi. Let's start with Giles. So Danielle, Tanya, or Adriana, any of you can go ahead. And why would Giles defeat Mr. Miyagi?
Because he's the Ripper.
Also true.
Also true.
All right, is that it, or are you gonna?
I mean, that's my first argument. Yeah,
Could you
jumping.
expand on that?
Like, dude is trained to kill people. Like, he knows how to use multiple deadly weapons. He knows how to use magic. His nickname is the Ripper. He's able to train the most powerful beings on the planet and learn how to control them and figure out how to channel their. Come on, Giles is gonna, and he does it all wearing glasses without getting blinded. And he's got a British accent.
Usually in a really bitchin' tweed jacket. I mean, there are very few people who can pull out that kind of like
elbow
swagger.
patches.
Yeah, with some sweet elbow patches. I mean, he doesn't like rely on any kind of intimidation. He's just like, this is me, and now I'm gonna take you down.
Mhm.
No superhero, whatever. Yeah, no, he's pretty badass.
And he's
And if all
got
of
the
that
sexy
fails-
librarian thing going, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say if all that fails, he can just like whip books at them and be like, "Take that!"
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I feel like that would probably hurt a little bit.
He knows how to
Like that,
manage on top of a hellmouth, guys. On top of a hellmouth. That's almost impossible. He
It's
figures
a
out how
hole
to
in
do
the
it.
ground.
But he doesn't
With
get
a
eaten
demon in it.
by...
So
All right, well,
while
let's
Giles is a worthy opponent, I still think that Mr. Miyagi will take you out. You know what? Listen. Okay, here's the thing. He has chopsticks. There's a lot of things that people can do with chopsticks. He could probably do something crazy like do something with his fingers, throw them, and like stab him in the eyes, and then Giles is blind. So it's like his glasses won't even help him.
protecting.
Yeah, but it's like he's gonna chuck it, and it's gonna go so fast that it just breaks through the glasses, glass in the eye. Okay, so
That's intense.
it's really intense. And you know,
This got dark in a hurry.
Like, he has a lot of strength from all the wax on, wax off stuff, and I think he won't even have to use it all. He's just gonna wax on, wax off, and then like Giles is just gonna be like, "What the hell just happened?" And he's like, not even like, "I don't have time for this." Giles is just gonna walk away. He's like, "I got other stuff to be doing," because Mr. Miyagi has so much patience. He's gonna be like, you know, in poses and like just doing stuff that, again, Giles is like, "I don't have time to figure you out."
To
And then
which I
so
say
then
he would
Mr. Miyagi.
I feel like Miyagi would be all like exactly like that scene in Indiana Jones where they're like, and then Indiana Jones is like, boom. Instead of boom, Giles will just be like something in Latin, and then Miyagi goes, poof. and then he'll do this just for symbolism.
All right, so Charlie,
Yeah,
jump in.
Charlie,
Here. What do
please
you
help.
got?
So this is what being on the Titanic feels like, isn't it?
Oh.
It's all right. It's all right. I got this all figured out. Okay. So how many number of people Giles has healed with his bare hands from like a ridiculous injury? Bagel. He's got nothing. And it stands to reason that probably Miyagi could do this to himself. Now I'm not going to go ahead and tell you that Miyagi's immortal because he's very clearly an old guy. But I mean, anything Giles does to him is just going to get repaired anyways. Also, he taught Ralph Macchio how to kick, and that's something that Giles has never done in his entire life.
Buffy, he taught Buffy
But
how
he
to
taught Buffy how to slay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to say...
Which is the same thing.
I think it's
So this
funny
is
that
where I say, does this what being on the Titanic feels like? 'Cause I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Smack.
Throw that
Guys,
back out
you're
you.
supposed to be on the same team, guys.
Oh, as Tanya will tell you, I am never on anyone's team.
No, he isn't.
I'm just teasing you. I'm so teasing you.
He
All right,
was
anybody,
your entire team.
any other points? Danielle, do you have anything you wanted to throw in that hasn't been said? No? Okay.
No, just.
Oh wait, I can throw in
actually,
one more
Ryan-
thing.
Ryan Moore's got one thing for Giles, which is very important.
Yes.
He can also make a great cup of Taster's Choice coffee.
That is very important.
Hard to do.
Nicole, what did you want to add?
Well, I was gonna say like Miyagi's sweatband. He could just like take off and cover Giles' glasses with it, and then Giles can't even see, and he's gonna be grossed out because there's sweat on it too. So I think
Yes,
Mr.
because
Miyagi-
exploding zombies aren't that gross, but Miyagi's sweat is. That's where
It's very
Giles
true. Yeah,
draws the line.
Random
Draws the
argument.
line. No sweat. No man's sweat.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
handle guts
no.
and blood and bodily fluids, but sweat, no.
That's where Giles draws the line, guys. Okay?
It's like, I'm out.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Charlie, what are you doing there? Are you
That was my attempt at a headband.
Yeah.
That was my attempt at wearing a headband. It did not go well. Sorry, guys.
Any last rebuttals?
Well, I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Go ahead. You go ahead.
go on.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I was about to say number of crane kicks successfully done by Buffy, 0.
She's done kicks that
I feel like
kind
that
of
is
resemble
not
crane
a
kicks.
true ratio.
Yeah, I feel like that's not
Well,
true.
Marcia McHale at the Always Geeky, she backs this up and says, Mr. Miyagi will wax on, wax off those damn glasses.
But this is what Giles does when he gets like super into it.
True.
So
True.
then,
It's all
You
his
see
eyes.
his eyes, that shit.
It's his Clark Kent
He's
disguise.
taking off those single glasses, even though I wear glasses.
All right, there we go. All right, so let's wrap up that character cage match. Thank you guys for tweeting along there. Hope you enjoyed that.
Nicole.
So
I'm sorry, Charlie.
I
I'm really sorry.
I was going, I don't know, I was back and forth on this one. As always, I love Nicole's zany explanation she comes up with. But
That's all I
then
had.
Charlie kind of blew it up by attacking his own team, and then that didn't go very well for me.
This is remarkably consistent for me.
So then I was leaning towards Buffy, which you guys made some very good arguments. You didn't attack each other either, which is nice.
United front. That's how you win a war, people. Come
Oh my
on.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
However, this is going to be but you know what? It doesn't matter that it's a stupid reason because Tanya always just decides whatever she wants when she's
I do.
So for some reason, this headband thing is stuck in my mind. That for some reason I could actually see Giles, even though he doesn't care about the blood and other stuff, that somebody like an old man's sweat would really gross him out. So I actually I'm going to give it to Mr. Miyagi because I actually think that would defeat Giles.
I was like, I don't know if there's any way Mr. Miyagi can take Giles. I was like, I'm gonna have to come up with the craziest things I can think of that Mr. Miyagi could possibly do.
Guys,
So it worked.
that was my secret strategy all along.
I do have to give Adriana props for he'll just say stuff in Latin and he's just gonna go.
That was good.
All right,
It's
so here, let's do one more character cage match. Then we got some geeky news to talk about, and geeky real estate listing we're going to do later as well. All right, we're going to switch up the teams a little bit. This time it will be Danielle, Tanya, Nicole versus Adriana and Charlie.
Yes.
Just me and Charlie?
Yes.
Yeah, just you and Charlie.
Oh man.
Good luck.
You thought the Titanic was bad.
I hear the violins playing.
Okay. All right, so Danielle, Tanya, Nicole will be given Black Widow as their character.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And Adriana and Charlie will get Black Canary.
Oh.
Oh.
Why
We
not
can
just
totally do this. We can
Dazzler?
totally do this.
You just compared her to Dazzler? Ouch, you just lost a lot of points already right now.
Yeah, Dazzler is awesome, and if I'm not mistaken, Jeff, did we
No,
not
I'm
win
saying
that
Black
Super
Canary is
Geeked
way
Up
better
cage
than
match?
Dazzler, actually, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Did we win that Didn't we win that Dazzler?
We definitely did not win
character
that.
cage
I'm
match
sure
we had
we
at
did
TOY
not.
Fest?
I'm sure we didn't.
I'm pretty sure we did.
No, I don't think so. But anyway. All right. Anyway, let's start with Black Widow. Why would Black Widow win?
Okay. So I'll just start like small, and then Tanya and you guys can like build up on it. Cause so first of all, like, cause I don't know if I'm gonna get everything in. She has like a really kick-ass motorcycle, so she's just gonna like get out of that situation if she needs to, or she could run over Black Canary. There's that. Okay, then then the second thing, or she could just spin like donuts around her really, really fast, and Black Canary's like, ah, and then just like falls over. Okay, she just like breaks out. Okay, so there's that. And then she also has that bracelet, the Widow's Bite, so she doesn't even have to get that close to Black Canary. She just shoots out what she wants from Widow's Bite. Black Canary is done. Right? Black Canary isn't even a bird, so first of all, her name is stupid.
The Black Widow is not a widow.
Yeah, she's not a...
She kind of
That's
is, arguable.
Though. Yeah, she kind of is like a Black Widow. She has a fierce fight.
She is neither of those things.
Building upon said skills, she is a trained assassin, people. Trained. So she can pretty much kind of kill anyone and get into any sort of situation to kill them. As we've seen in many of the movies, she can just infiltrate and kill people.
And she's a super spy. So there's
She's a
that
super
too.
spy. She's a super spy. And she looks freaking hot in the leather that she wears. And I have to say that her hair color in particular is just stunning. And that just distracts anyone around her.
Yeah, it does.
All right, let's go over to Black Canary.
Does Danielle have anything to add before we move on?
Well, she can rebuttal. How about that?
Gianna, am I going to feel this one?
First of all, I am really miffed that I'm not on Team Ginger and that I have to vote for Black Canary. The only thing going for her is fishnets. I am
just pull the
driving
Charlie on me?
because I think Widow is that much cooler. Widow is so much cooler because
Did you just Charlie me?
Black Canary has her supersonic yell, which in itself is kind of weird. But she does also ride a motorcycle. She is quite bitch-ass. When she does wear her leather jacket, that is pretty sweet. But it's not about the fashion. It's about how much game she brings. And I'm sorry, but she just doesn't bring enough. And that's why she needs to bring her boyfriend, Green Arrow, to do anything cool. I'm sorry, Charlie. I'm sorry.
I don't think you
Fishnets.
understand the way this game works.
Okay, but like, oh,
Point
alright,
that she
it's alright,
brings up,
whatever.
that's a great
Whatever.
point, because what she's saying is Black Canary has to have someone with her in order to beat up someone, where Black
hated
Widow
it.
does not.
I hated it.
So
Yes.
Okay. All right, fine. Team
So
Charlie it
it's all
is
dependent
then.
on you, Charlie, yeah.
Sorry,
It's
Charlie.
all Team Charlie from here now. All right, so two big things. Firstly, Black Widow does not technically have any superpowers. Oh, she ran out of ammo. I guess she's dead. I guess she's dead. Also, secondly, Black Canary, aside from having superpowers, also was trained by Batman. And in case you didn't notice, Batman beats everyone. Everyone. So, we can just kind of surmise here that the Black Canary is both superpowered and trained by basically the most genius human being ever. And if you were to lock them into a cage together, all my money goes on Black Canary. Simple virtue of the fact that, you know what? Any woman who wears fishnets is not someone to be effed with.
True. That I will actually agree with.
yeah, but some girl wearing a skin tight like bodysuit, it's not to be messed with either. Okay, so you can't just go on fashion because.
And she doesn't have to worry about how when you wear fishnet tights, how they kind of half cut into the bottom of your feet. So like Canary's going to be dedicating at least a little bit of her attention towards making her feet feel better.
Okay,
So-
fine. We can't bring in fashion into this because A, I've only ever worn fishnets 3 times in my life and they were wonderful, but they were a very
That's 3
long
times
time
more
ago.
than I have.
And secondly, one of you is advocating for fashion and the other is not. So pick one.
Oh, we can do both. I'm just saying.
We're arguing the multiple sides of why Black Widow would kick someone's
Oh, fine.
ass.
Okay. Well, consider this. Consider this. Okay, the Black Canary has blown away city blocks. The spider bite has annoyed the Hulk, and that's about it.
I'm sorry.
Someone's neck with her leg.
I was gonna say, do you remember that time she was tied up to a chair and she like killed everyone in the room and she was tied up to a chair
with her legs?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. The Black Canary could have gotten out of that situation by sneezing.
I don't know.
By sneezing.
That is true.
She uses and improvises with the stuff that is around her. She doesn't need to be a superhero. She's just good.
Ladies and gentlemen, I also put to
she's
the jury,
just good.
I put to the jury that if they were to find themselves in a dark alleyway and starting to fight, I feel like halfway through Natasha, and depending on what universe is, whatever Miss Lance's first name would be, they would just be like, you know, why don't we go for a drink? Because I feel like they would be like, love your digs, like your jacket. This is really stupid. Yeah, let's go. Like I feel like they would girl power give fist bumps to each other. I just don't.
I think you just wrote my first fan fiction.
Well, that's probably very true. All right. Yeah, that's probably very true. That happens in a lot of these, but we got to argue for them to fight. That's what you got to do. So
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go. You got one last thing to say, Charlie?
I just wanted to say, I should win because I'm the only one on this team.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Well, Charlie, here are some tweets to help you out. So, well, first off, Marcia at the Always Geeky says Black Canary mostly as a pity vote for Charlie. At the Deepu says Black Canary can fight and never loses her wig. Game over. Good. Now, Alexander Martin does the best support, which is actually, I was going to help you out with this, Charlie, but he took care of it for me. He says Black Canary is top 5 martial artist in her universe. Widow isn't even top 10. Get out. That is actually very much true.
Wow, I did not know that.
She is actually considered one of the most amazing martial artists in the world in the DC universe. So...
Birds of Prey?
Yeah, Birds of Prey are actually pretty sweet.
Oh, I love that comic, man. Thinking when Gail Simone... Yeah, it was
really good. It's great. It's great. It's so good.
Yeah, I agree. All right, anyway, so because of that, and also, yes, Charlie, the fact that you did have to argue that all alone and you actually, I think, made some very good arguments, I actually will give it to Black Canary.
Sorry, guys. I gotta be true to the ginger.
Wait. Can I just say one thing?
Sure.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah,
Nice.
Alexander that's terrible. Alexander Marshall says Canary was beast mode martial artist. So yeah, you got to think not Black Canary in the Arrow TV show because that's not good.
No.
You got to think Black Canary from comics is what you got to think.
Yeah, she's like the Coke Zero of all the Black Canaries.
Yeah. The Coke Zero.
Which is sad, but if she's so kick-ass, why would they change her? I know the show's about Arrow, but why would they?
Well, they should have just kept her sister as Black Canary. That's what they should have done in the show.
Also, if they brought in the Black Canary from the DC universe, all of Emerald City's problems are solved by her just walking into a place and demolishing everything. So.
All right, so there you go. That's character cage match. Now.
Winner.
All right.
Sorry I broke your game.
Don't get too cocky.
Winner.
All right, enough.
He's so excited about this.
Yeah. All right, it is time for Geeky News.
What?
Ooh, yeah. So over to Tanya in the newsroom.
Yeah, so we promised, because I'm going to say this right now, so including Twitter, Danielle has not seen Star Wars yet. So don't be posting things.
The new one.
The new one. She's not seen the new one. Oh, you're good point.
Yes.
Good point. She
I watched episode 4, 5, and 6 on VHS when I went home for Christmas, so there.
Okay, so she hasn't seen the new one. So we're staying away from spoilers. So that's just FYI for that. So there is this little movie called Star Wars out, The Force Awakens, and it's done extraordinarily well. The article we actually have is actually old news because they re-released a new one today, and it has surpassed Avatar in domestic box office receipts.
Well done, JJ.
Mm-hmm. And it did it in 20 days, which is insane. The estimate at this point is that it's going to, once it releases in China, like it's going to sit at the nice $2 billion mark once it's all done, which doesn't make it number 1 yet, but they're thinking it's going to sit really comfortably at number 2. So, what are your thoughts on that? Like, it's kind of a phenomenon. We knew it was going to be, but it's definitely a phenomenon. What thoughts on that? What do you think?
Because Disney knows how to market. Sorry.
Yeah.
Danielle, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'd be interested in seeing if this revamps the whole using practicals and puppets over CGI thing, because I know they used a lot of that in this movie, so I'm like really looking forward to seeing that happen.
You know what though? They still did a lot of CGI and like visual effects. It's just they didn't do as much, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of promoted like, oh, we're doing back practical stuff, but there's still a lot of like visual effects in there.
Yeah.
I think the difference is that they use the CGI and the visual effects to supplement the stuff they were doing, as opposed to creating an entire world in a green room that the actors had to act off of. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I think that was
Absolutely.
the difference. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the CGI probably looks better than in the special edition. Oh god, it's so bad.
No.
So weird.
I was very surprised how quickly it did it. I didn't think it was going to do that quickly to surpass Avatar domestically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, adding to what Danielle said earlier, I think it's kind of interesting because, you know, in a lot of spots, a lot of studios look at CG as their main form of VFX. And J.J. Abrams' big thing was that he was going to plug practical effects. And imagine for a second that we live in a universe where Star Wars: The Force Awakens had totally bombed. We would all be watching. We would all be watching like the next decade of CG bad Phantom Menace style video effects. Like there was a lot riding on this film that wasn't Star Wars. It was a whole lot of this style of movie making, and it's kind of crazy when you think about. Sorry.
No, keep going. I had a point after you.
Yeah. But it's kind of crazy how much was actually riding on this film when you think about where movies go after this film. So, yeah.
Not to mention the $4 billion initial investment to buy the company in which to produce it.
That's true.
Sorry, go ahead, Danielle.
Oh, I was reading an article that it has basically revamped the actual film, like using film rather than digital industry. Like Kodak is starting to make more film again, so that's kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're definitely seeing a trend back in that.
Like if you guys saw The Hateful Eight and that one was all on film, by the way, we'll talk about that later, but that's really good. And that was
I think it's a lot like how the whole like the resurgence of vinyl, right? Like technology takes you so far and blah blah, but sometimes there is something about film and what it looks like, and I think it's great. But you're right. If it had bombed, we'd be having an entirely different discussion. Obviously, like we actually probably wouldn't be having a discussion. So I'm not surprised that it went so quickly because Nicole, you're right. Disney knows how to market the shit out of things. And they marketed this so well with those tiny little, here's a little bit. If you pay really close attention, there's a little bit more than what we showed you before.
Here's all this awesome Star Wars merchandise that the parents are going to love, so they're going to buy it all for their kids, and then they're going to want to take them to the new movie in theaters. So it's like, the funny thing is, yes, it's probably topping Avatar, but the thing is, Avatar... if you think about it, Avatar didn't have, all these figure, toys and stuff ahead of time. So Disney probably really spent, way more than what they actually said the budget was on marketing. So, net profit, as of right now, probably Avatar would,
probably
over, you know what I mean? They would actually have more net profit because they didn't do that crazy marketing push like Disney did, which is so weird. But
to be fair, Avatar is also totally original, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And adjusted for inflation, the figures don't even hold up, obviously, to anything. But
that kind of made me think, isn't that interesting? Avatar doing as well as Star Wars, which is part of a whole series, a whole universe, and Avatar is its own entity, and we'll just say Avatar did as well as Star Wars. You know what I mean? It's just funny because that is original.
It's
and
remarkable what James Cameron can do, and you think about it. Avatar did not make a ton. It doesn't do what Star Wars is doing, where it's making everything right away. Avatar just stayed in there forever, like Titanic did, and just kept making every single week the same amount of money. And Star Wars isn't going to do that. It's just not. It's going to drop off, and then it's going to be done. I don't know how Cameron does it. He's done it twice now with like the second and third, whatever, two of the biggest movies in.
Yeah, Titanic
That's
is now 3 because they think Star Wars is going to land at 2, so it's Titanic, probably Star Wars, and then Avatar. So he's
wow.
yeah, that's
That's
where they
insane.
think it's going to land. But still, yeah, how does James Cameron keep doing it? But I mean, we'll
That's
see what happens.
insane.
It opens in China on January 19th, January 9th, January 19th. So we'll see. But they're predicting it'll sit just below.
It's gonna do. I think they were doing a huge marketing push in China too, so it's probably gonna do really well over there.
So Red Shirts, the series says Kodak is releasing a new Super 8 camera. That's interesting.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I think I saw that actually. That's cool.
Danielle.
Danielle,
I
you
didn't know this.
Wow, you're really excited.
You have to wonder if, like, was it 3-4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago? Was it one of the rental houses in LA sold off all of their actual film equipment? Was it Panasonic?
Maybe.
Like
Yeah.
someone sold
Or
off
Panavision
everything.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they sold off everything. I wonder if now they're like, oh shit.
I don't know, but I'm just excited that I've actually been able to shoot on film before, so it's
cool.
pretty fun. Yeah.
It's beautiful. Like stuff shot on film is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I actually shot it myself. Like I was a cinematographer, and that's like even more weird because it's like I'm not a cinematographer, but I feel like it helped me understand filmmaking better to do that. So I don't know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Speaking of Star Wars and predicting what's going to happen with their future, what do we know about the future, Jeff?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. All right, so folks, if you don't know, hey, I'll give you the next 5 Star Wars movies that are coming out. I'm going to tell you when you're going to get to see them.
It's because Jeff's
Yay.
psychic, everyone. Jeff is psychic.
I am. Yeah, it's not that this came from Variety or anything like that. Or no, Entertainment Weekly. It came from Entertainment Weekly, excuse me. So anyway, next up, just under a year from now, December 16th, 2016, is the first standalone Star Wars movie, which is called Rogue One, and it'll be directed by Gareth Edwards, which will be about the plans of the rebels to steal plans to steal the Death Star. I don't know what I'm saying. You're stealing the Death Star plans. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what they're doing. So I guess it must take place right before The New Hope, I guess.
Yeah, because I think the thing is that they started the whole thing with Lucasfilms with the like, whatever happened to the rebels in the little preamble thing that we never hear from again. That's
There's like a little blurb that they're like, yeah, we lost a lot of good people, and they have like a tiny little moment, and then Han Solo ruins it with just opening his mouth because he's like all smarmy and stuff. But it's this little throwaway line about that, and I know that my partner has been reading the books, and I've been chomping at the bit to get on them, and about the fact that a lot of the protagonists are dealing with PTSD and really delving into the essence of war in this universe. And it sounds like Rogue One is going to be doing that, going a little bit, dare I say, darker, and really dealing with the war front instead of a lot of the politics. And instead of following the Skywalkers, like that's not even going to be, I think, on their plate. That might be, again, like a throwaway that they're in that same universe, but it's really going to be about the troops.
Nice.
It sounds cool. It's female-led. Yay!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, weird note. So, I just wanted to go ahead and say, I think one of the best aspects of the entirety of, oh wait, crap, spoilers. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Don't say that.
Don't say it.
Thank you. Hey, I appreciate
Sorry.
that.
All right, then a little bit after Rogue One, a few months afterwards, on May 26, 2017, will be Star Wars Episode 8, directed by Rian Johnson, which that's probably one of the ones I'm actually excited about because Rian Johnson is a very, very talented director. And,
What's his resume?
So Brick was the first movie he got known for, then The Brothers Bloom, and most recently Looper.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
on board.
A weird question. Does anybody know who which film the guy who directed Fantastic Four was supposed to have directed?
Was that 9?
Josh Trank, is that who it is?
Was that episode 9 or was it one of the
remember.
standalones?
Okay.
I don't know. Somebody on Twitter, let us know. Usually the people know. They'll know. All right. Anyway, then following year, May 25th, 2018, we have the Han Solo standalone movie, like a younger Han Solo, is what they're going to do. Phil Lord and Christopher Miller directing that one together. Star Wars Episode 9.
Did you say Hugh Laurie?
No.
No, not Hugh Laurie.
I heard Hugh Laurie. I was like, what? Seems strange.
Different movie.
That'd be great, though.
I think the interesting thing about
Phil Lord.
Bill Lord.
Oh, okay.
Bill.
Wow.
Clone High.
I think the interesting thing about the Han Solo one is that it's written by the gentleman who wrote Return of the Jedi and The Empire Strikes Back. Is that correct?
Lawrence Kasdan?
Yeah, it's written by people
it?
who. Yeah. It's one of the notes on there is that it's written by those guys, which is awesome, like super cool.
Then Star Wars Episode 9 goes in 2019. Colin, I never say his name right. Trevorrow?
I think so, yeah.
Anyway, that's the Jurassic World director, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, this is not 100% confirmed, but in 2020 they're planning a Boba Fett standalone movie, and there's no director attached to that right now.
Whoa,
Nice.
that'd be so much fun.
Yeah, that's the only standalone actually I'm interested in seeing, really, to be honest with you, of these.
I would like to be selfish and have a Charlie moment and just show you the fact that I just finished my Slave 1 Lego.
Oh my God.
I would really enjoy the Boba Fett standalone. And that has been my non sequitur for
Oh my
the
gosh, that's awesome.
Damn. That's
Right?
really cool.
He's in there, and Solo is like jam-packed and like under here.
Oh my
He even actually
gosh.
goes in the carbonite thing. It's pretty hilarious. Yeah, I
How
agree.
long did
Pretty
that
hilarious.
take you?
A couple days, and a lot of restraint because we were trying to make it last. This was my partners and I communal Christmas gift to each other.
Aww.
Yeah, we're really nerdy. Anyway, non sequitur ended.
I approve. Solid Charlie points. 4 Charlie points out of 5.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah. Well, I think so. That's all for the Star Wars-y news, sort of, because it kind of blends into my news. So I don't know if any of you guys read. Well, this is an article by Variety, but Fandango actually did a poll or survey of its users as to what movie they were looking forward to the most in 2016. It wasn't just movies, it was like actors and rising stars. I'm not going to get to everything, but it scared me for a second that Jeff dropped off. Are we still here? Oh, yes,
Yeah,
we're live. Okay.
we're still live, yeah.
It scared me. Okay. So it's
I'll monitor
interesting.
Twitter just in case we drop it out.
Okay. So it's an interesting list of top 10. I'm going to go through them. Number 2 surprised me a little bit, but so number 1 is Rogue One, which we just talked about. Number 2 for most anticipated is Finding Dory, which obviously Finding Nemo is amazing, but I haven't really seen a whole lot of information being marketed about Finding Dory, so that was interesting. That was number 2. Batman v Superman, and then the untitled Jason Bourne movie was after that, which that also surprised me. I was like, Jason Bourne again,
Matt Damon's coming back. That's why.
Oh, because he's coming back. That's why. But it's before Civil War, so that interests. So that was weird. But then so Civil War, then Star Trek Beyond, Independence Day Resurgence, X-Men Apocalypse, Zoolander 2, Tanya, 9 on the list, and then number 10 is The Jungle Book. So those are the top 10 most anticipated movies according to Fandango and its users for 2016. And something else I kind of just wanted to throw out there, because like I said, they have most anticipated actor and actress, but there's a really cool section for rising female movie star. And number 4 on the list is Christina Wren from Batman v Superman, and she's been on our show twice, once with her sci-fi web series Lusa, and before that with L.A. McCobb. So we're just super excited on a personal note that we know her, and she's so amazing that she made this list. And again, there's so many awesome people on this list and awesome movies, but just want to shout her out. And then also there was most anticipated comic book character debuting in a major role. So you got Wonder Woman, Deadpool, Harley Quinn, which we were talking about earlier, Aquaman, and I was like, I totally forgot about that. Jason Momoa, so cool. Doctor Strange, and then Black Panther. So those are just some really fun, most anticipated of 2016 moments.
What I love about this list, and this is just a shout out to us all being geeks and just staying true to our geekdom, okay, think of that list like maybe even like 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Would they have included most anticipated comic book characters in that?
No, absolutely
And the
not.
fact that Wonder Woman, like that a female made the list before Deadpool, am I not?
Yeah.
She was the top?
Yeah,
That's
she was the
amazing.
top.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
Like,
Though I am
super
kind
cool.
of miffed that Ghostbusters didn't even make that list. I know that Melissa McCarthy made the list in female anticipated
She did.
actress.
Yeah.
But it's not in there at all for anticipation, and that kind of hurt my heart a little bit.
Yeah, it
'cause-
was surprising, but there's a lot of weird back and forth that I've kind of heard about it. Like some people were mad that it's even being remade, so maybe that was part of it. That they're, I don't know.
No, I get that. It should not have the word remade around it whatsoever.
Right.
And
Exactly.
it should not be reboot or any of the. There should be no re-prefix. It should just be in that universe, and I don't know how they didn't know that.
And the thing too is people are getting so mad about it, and it's like it doesn't make the old one not exist anymore. Like they don't just disappear from the world; they're still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like on Twitter, if you follow Paul Feig, who is the writer-director, he is like, it's obviously his work, so he's going to defend it, but anyone who's criticized the remake or the reboot, he's like, you know what? Here's my advice to you. You haven't seen it, you haven't watched it, do that first before you talk to me.
That's the other thing, is I'm holding my breath. I mean, he's already got my ticket. I'm already going, and I'm already going, like, in my suit with my proton pack, full nerddom. It's fine. It's just, I just really don't like that there is all this negativity around it for such silly reasons. And I really hope that it moves up in anticipation as we get closer to it.
Absolutely.
He's also done kind of a lockdown. Like, there hasn't been a lot released about it.
Yeah, there really hasn't. And I think once that starts happening, it's going to be people are going to be more excited for it, because it's probably people are just kind of forgetting about it since there's nothing really being talked about.
Yeah. Cool.
It's also really important to note here that, like, a lot of the people who are just sort of pooping on, like, the Ghostbusters film are gonna poop on everything. And it's like, why can't you just be happy that there's another? Yeah, exactly. Like, why are you gonna, like, okay, or we could have a no Ghostbusters film. That's better. Durr. It drives me up the wall. It drives me up the wall. Ugh.
Yeah.
But now that it's the Charlie show, since Jeff left, what do you? No, I'm kidding.
But no,
Jeff's back,
he's back, right?
but we can't hear him.
There he is.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
a silent
oh
Jeff.
no. Oh no.
Silent
My
Jeff.
plans for world domination.
Oh no, Jeff, you're silent. We can't hear you. Uh-oh.
Cone of
Limited-
silence.
Oh no. Well, you know what? What we'll do is we're going to take a quick commercial break while we're trying to get that sorted out. So if you're watching us live or you're listening to us on Blog Talk, you're not going to really see anything. We're really just still going to be here. But if you're watching this in post on YouTube, you will see something here. So I'll take us to commercial break, and Tawny's going to bring us back. So we'll be coming back right after this break.
Oh my god, I can't handle the pressure of coming back from commercial break. But welcome back.
Oh my gosh, so funny. Oh my gosh.
Well, why don't we, while we're waiting to see if Jeff can talk to us soon, why don't we talk a little bit about Patreon and talk about Maria Duran as well?
Yeah, well, like most of you know, we have a Patreon account, and it's really fun and geeky, and a lot of you guys have checked it out and are supporting us. But if you're just watching this for the first time and you haven't seen it, you can check us out, patreon.com/supergeekedup. We have a super geeky video that Tanya wrote, so awesome. Check that out, and any support that you guys can provide, even if it's just sharing the link, just means so much to us. We really are, we promise, we really are trying to, upgrade our viewer and, everything, and it's just, we're trying, and then, every week something goes wrong, Google decides to not like Google Hangouts anymore or something, and so once we can reach that first milestone, there's the whole thing about that. Sometimes Patreon takes all these fees so that we don't actually reach it, and it's really dumb. But once we reach that first milestone, we will be able to upgrade some stuff. I think I'm just giving too much information. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I was just gonna let you keep going, but you're making good points. I mean, case in point, right now, poor Jeff can't talk. So yeah, our main goal is to be able to broadcast in a better, in more reliability than what Google Hangouts provides. But speaking of Patreon, one of our awesome Patreon supporters is Maria Duran, and she is a fan of the show. I don't think she's actually watching tonight. She must be watching iZombie or something, because Wednesday night is also one of her TV nights. So what Maria Duran is, she is a marketing coach and trainer with Know Like Ignite, also known as Team KLI. They provide educational webinars and workshops on online marketing for small businesses and nonprofits. And they provide services to really help you get known, get promoted, and get business. So you can visit teamkli.com for do-it-yourself resources, do it with you or do it for you services that market you and your business. And I can swear that Maria Duran and I were basically soulmates. I follow her on her page on Facebook as well, and the stuff she posts, I'm like, I love you. We just talk all the time about things because I love you. She's great. Awesome woman.
Aw, that's beautiful.
Yeah, she's a good woman. She's good. And also loves Walking Dead. We love all the same shows. Honestly, we might be the same person. So, do we want to move on to Geeky Real Estate Listing?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
Wait. Never mind.
Okay, you're not even at Charlie.
Is this actually Charlie's show now? Is that?
I think
It is.
He's
Can
like, no, we're not.
Insert Can we insert the Charlie Show on the commercial breaks now?
Yes, if you only
Rebop
write a
that
really
little bit.
complex theme song with orchestrations.